Go.
Okay. Stop laughing! Okay. Hey, chat. So today I've got my midterm progress board up. Cheers to that. So first thing I did, as we all remember, are the turnarounds. I've got these two still. Cheers to them. Next thing I did was I started writing my script. There's obviously more to it. There's I think it's like 4 pages. The way that I script is I do 2 of these big grids. I do one that has like the pages listed and then all the events that I need to happen on the page, and then I have another grid where I have the pages, the panels, and the dialogue. So it's like there's 3 columns instead of 2, and it's page, panel, dialogue. That's how I script. I don't follow it strictly very often. If I need to ad-lib, I do. Next thing I started doing was the book jacket for the original script. This guy that technically isn't part of this project. Well, the book jacket is, but the script wasn't. Anyway, so I started with my sketches. I was following a bunch of jackets that I had seen online where they have like the blurb on this front panel, you cover, spine, back panel. Usually, I was seeing it was usually reviews or a blurb, depending on where you wanted to put the blurb. They were kind of interchangeable. I thought it looked better with the blurb here, so that's what I did. And the back panel being for author information. I put a box as if I was gonna take a picture of myself to put there, but I didn't do that. And then I did the cover design in Photoshop. I basically took like a big square and I like sectioned it out with my guidelines to plan out how I wanted that to look, and then I took it into InDesign and I put all of my type in, as well as some fake reviews and a fake barcode, so that it looks nice and clean and professional. Then I put it in a mock-up, nice and clean and professional again. Alright, and then we got into the nitty-gritty, and I actually started drawing comic pages. And I got one right here. It was kind of hard to figure out how exactly I wanted to work. At first I was doing like the whole thing, hopping around from panel to panel, but I learned after doing this page that the immediate dopamine rush of finishing one panel completely was kind of propelling me forward. So from here forward, that's how I'm going to work, is just finishing one panel at a time to keep myself moving instead of getting stagnant and staring at an empty screen for like an hour. And then I started moving on to the cover of the comic this week. That's supposed to be done April 3rd. I have this drawing that I'm drawing for another class. I'm in 5 art classes, so I'm kind of having to be really strict with my time. So I'm thinking about just kind of using this as a basis for the cover. That way I don't need to generate a whole new design, and just kind of putting my main character somewhere here and cropping it real nice. That's basically what I have so far. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Smash that like button. Smash